Why can you hear me? How? Like from nowhere. What? That makes no sense. For some reason, voice mod's not working. Ay, ay, ay. And why not? No, you should be able to hear me now. Oh my goodness. What a mess. Why? For what reason? So weird. At least the music's good. Tried to refresh it again. Let's see if this changes anything. It won't. I'm still showing, it's showing up full volume for me. Now, this is the first time it's not worked for me. But what was really weird, what was super weird, is that you guys could hear me even though the soundboard was completely off. That's what should have been, because I turned it all the way down, but somehow it had found a source and overrode the soundboard. Like, I just happened, I'm glad I didn't say anything. I was just looking down at the voice mod and I was like, why is it showing levels? Hilarious. Well, I guess we're not doing any voice mod effects tonight. If you were expecting voice mod effects, think again. Gachapon.
I feel now is a good time to do a gachapon.
Anyway, what's up, everybody? How we doing? Good to see ya. Lose the glasses. Whatever game we start, I'll lose the glasses for 5 minutes. Oh. Welcome to the chat to Cozy Bunny. I saw Cozy Bunny was oh yeah. I turn the music up during the starting soon screen, and I always forget. Now it should be much better. It do be popping. It was popping off though. You got to give me that. Well, welcome in, Cozy Bunny. The dancing went perfectly along with the song that was playing. Congratulations, Zando, for getting first. And we'll do your movie game now. Okay. Ah, nice. Okay, this is a good one. Okay. One half of these conjoined twins wants to be a Hollywood actor, and the other half aspires to be a deadly Israeli soldier turned New York hairstylist. These are two films that you definitely had during your movie rental days. One half of these conjoined twins wants to be a Hollywood actor, and the other half aspires to be a deadly Israeli soldier turned New York hairstylist. It's a good one. Stuck on You Don't Mess with the Zohan. That's correct. Chats in the clap for Zando. Congratulations. I'm going to go drop over in general. I forgot to do that this morning. Are you chatting in the clap for yourself? I love it. We're having some sweet positive tangerine tea. It's a delight. We got a couple options tonight, folks. Got a couple options. So I put out some Rocking Ben to Sleep. Got to run, but I will return. See you, Zando. We got a couple options tonight. I put some options over in Discord, but it didn't get a ton of response. And the game together nights are always more fun if we actually game together. So if nobody's down necessarily to game tonight, then I might do a couple different things. I might play some Sonic Frontiers because I'm real into that right now. I might try and figure out the Pokemon trading card game live that launched today. It's in beta officially. I don't know if I can stream that. Can I stream it, or is it in like a closed beta? Alphas are normally closed. Betas are normally pretty open, huh? But I would like to try that, so that might be something I do. Yeah, we'll see. I'm somewhere in the middle between those things, or if everybody's just like, no, we really want to play this game, then we'll talk about it. But technically the winner was Pokemon Unite, but we only had 2 people that even responded, and I don't know, neither of them are here. And I don't know if they'll be joining us tonight or not, or if they just were like, this would be a cool game for you if you played it. But the whole point of our game together nights is to game together. I don't want to play Pokemon Unite by myself. And really with Amogus, I was going to play Amogus VR, but if we're going to play that, we really need the whole squad. I don't want to play with a rando, especially if we're doing proximity chat. It just makes me real nervous playing games like that with randos on my Christian Minecraft server. You know what I mean? Makes me nervy. I get anxious. I'm so worried about what people are saying that I can't focus on the actual fun of the evening. Which in general, I don't really care about language, but there is something about Checkpoint that I try to keep pretty apropos. But yeah, probably some Sonic Frontiers. We'll probably start out with that. The only problem that I have with the trading card game live is that I don't know how entertaining it'll be. And I don't really know how much personal information shows. I imagine I'll have to I'll have to get past some screens before I can show you guys what's going on. Or I have the games for Impact, and we could always play through those. I have Endling, I have Hindsight, and I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. I wonder how long those games are. Let us see. I bet Hindsight's short. It looks like a short game. 2 hours. Yeah, we could beat Hindsight tonight. Endling we could beat in 2 streams. Teenage Exocolonist is 12.5 hours main story. Main plus extras 38 hours. Wow. That one's got significantly more to it. But I don't know. We'll see. What's up, Trombone? How's your evening going? How was your day? Did you have a good day? Hope things went well for you. But I'm all sorts of down for some Sonic, so that might be how we at least start until we get some more people in the chat. Evening has been better than day. You know what? Sometimes that's what we got to take. We just got to take it. I have been, my day's been jam-packed. Absolutely jam-packed. I have no idea when I'm going to get all the things done that I need to get done. And that's just how I feel about that. There's also, I'm currently wrestling with some dad feelings. For any of you that are parents, and especially those of you that are male parents, there is a weird disconnect between a father and an infant for the first year. And you can do all you can try your best. And we have a really good relationship. And I think that there's a lot of bonding that happens, but especially if mom feeds the baby, it's really tricky. And currently Quinn is rejecting me feeding her vegetables and stuff. We're doing purees and she's just absolutely rejecting me. And I'm the grown up. I'm okay, but it does hurt. But it's very normal, very typical. And we'll work through it. But it was so different with Nora because with Nora, I kept her. We had daddy-daughter days because whenever she was born, COVID happened. And so I was home. I had a bunch of time to take care of her. And, well, she had really been a year. But nevertheless, when she was born, I was in a student ministry, so I was able to pretty adequately take care of her anyway. And then COVID happened, and we got even more time together. So we had a ton of time together the first couple years of her life. Whereas Quinn, we really take her to daycare. Nora didn't have a choice. No, she did not. And Quinn loves me. There's no doubt about that. There's the baby bond already, but with food in particular, she's having weird feelings, and it just makes me sad. There's nothing like the guilt of making a baby cry. If you've never had the joy of making a baby cry, just from your existence, easy no fun. Yeah, I'm definitely going to say let's play some Sonic. Let's play some Sonic. I did play some more last night. I've done that as part of why I'm scared of babies and small children. They are scary. It's understandable. It makes you feel some sort of way. There ain't no doubt about it. Why is the cloud doing that? Oh no! Oh no! That's terrible news. Oh no. I might need to call Logan. Let's text her and see what she's dealing with right now. I'll take my wild middle schoolers any day. Man, I've had such a fit with the Steam Cloud. All right, I'm going to call her. Let's see if I can walk her through this. Let's see if we're able to make this work. What are we playing tonight? Anything I'd be able to join? Trombone? It's up to you if you have something you want to play. Hey, so I need you to go into the bedroom and get my Steam Deck off the ground. And on the top, there's a power button. Oh, no, you're fine. We're just hanging out. But they are. The pressure's on. So there's a little power button on top. On the top. When you press it, it should light up the screen. Okay. Okay, that doesn't matter. You're going to hit the button on the side that says Steam. No. Do you want to be? Okay, did you hit the Steam button? Did you see an option that says close game? Yes. Go over to that and hit A. Yep. Okay. Yep. I think that's it. You close out of the game, yeah? Nora wants to see Sonic. Well, we might be playing some Sonic tonight. We'll see. Yeah, you can press the top. All right. Thank you. That's okay. Just leave it alone. Yep. Love you. Bye. Oh, no. I don't know the options, but I think you know the things. If Nora wants Sonic, then I'm okay watching Sonic instead. Well, I'm down to play whatever we want to play. What I was going to do, we had a couple options on the table of playing Pokemon Unite. We had Among Us on the table, but I really only want to play Among Us if we have a crew to play with. So we're going to see if it'll sync. Okay, it says it's synced. We'll see if we can get a crew together. But I'm telling you, I have had an absolute fit with Steam recently. I've had just an absolute fit with Steam Cloud not working. Yeah, I haven't played Unite in a bit because it's now so sweaty and no fun by myself. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. I only really want to play it if we get like a full team together. Unfortunately, what did that say? All right, so you can see slot 2. I played a couple more hours yesterday, and I figured we'll just keep up. Do you guys really care about the Sonic story? We'll probably just keep playing. Why is the controller disconnected? There we are. Hello. So I have been working on doing all the S ranks and all the stuff like that. Give a recap of the story so far. So Sonic and Tails and Amy were flying to a place where they were getting a Chaos Emerald scanning. And they got caught up in like an electro loop and thrown into this mysterious world. Everybody got separated. Sonic's the only one that can actually like be out. Everybody else is these weird cyber people. And we're about to save Amy. We haven't seen anyone else, but we assume that they're all captured. So there are also these weird little things called Coco floating around. And they're little people. They're little like stone people. And they They are like chaos. They look like chaos. They look like these weird like jelly versions of chaos from Sonic Adventure. So we don't really know much more about them. I really want to take down Squid, and I've not had much luck taking down Squid. He's very challenging, and he's very frustrating. These are the Coco. There they are. We don't really understand what happens with the Coco. We just know that sometimes the Coco light up, and their lights float into the sky and they die. We don't really know why. We just know that's what happens. You guys can see what I've cleared of the map so far. I've found the entire area of Kronos so far. I do have a couple more things to do at different chairs that I could do, and probably will. And I also have a lot more hearts to find, and so that's my goal. Is I want to find all of the hearts. You'll see that I've already done all of these things. So now I got to find all the hearts, figure out how to get to all of them. Some of them are easier to get to than others. And I also want to take down the squids. And I'm convinced that whenever I take down the squid, it'll unlock this last little area, because I don't know why this little area is not showing. I don't know what the deal is with this area not showing in particular. Or it's possible that I just have to find thing. Maybe there is a thing to be found and I just haven't found it yet. But yeah, that is the basic gist of the story as we've found it so far. We don't really know much more. I haven't really been down here much, so I wonder if that could be what it is. I really want to take you down, Squid. I have yet to be able to take down a squid. They're so challenging. So I'm gonna try. I've got quite a few coins, so I'm thinking there's a chance. Probably not a great chance. But the chance is all I need. No! Oh, man. See, look at that. Not even half health. Now, this is a different squid than I have been taking on, so maybe this one is less challenging. No need to boost through this part. Only 7 coins left? Holy moly, are you kidding? Well, that's not good. What's up, Kuro? How we doing? Now, Kuro at least voted for Pokemon Unite, so maybe Kuro is a Pokemon Uniter. If we can get a bigger team, I'm definitely down. Oh no, I have no coins. Oh dear. Yeah, that ain't gonna do. I need coins. I'm gonna need coins. Not gonna be able to take them down without them. Playing Citizen Sleeper for a little bit. How is the game? The game is great. I'm really liking Sonic. Centripetal Force in action. The game feels really good. I think it looks really good. My personal opinion. I gotta figure out how to unlock this last area. I don't know why I haven't been able to unlock it. I refuse to move on to Zone 2 until I've done everything in Zone 1 because that's just the kind of person I am. I desperately want to burn out on this game. I don't want to enjoy it. Kuro, I've officially 100%ed Citizen Sleeper. Until they release the next DLC, I'm done. I've done all the things. All the endings have been unlocked. Episode Flux. I've done what is available so far on Episode Flux. Ooh. I've not done this. Well, there you go. That's fun. Ah! How did I get up there? How could I have done such a thing? This area is definitely the one that I've explored the least. Still couldn't beat that squid, dude. I don't know what is my issue with the squid. Soundtrack for the game is pretty dope. Oh, just you wait. I'll go to a real level. The electronic soundtracks of the actual like Sonic levels feels so good. They're super dope drums and bass. Now this music is real good. Don't get me wrong. Ooh, sky that man I win, Rocky Mountain find me. Oh no! You think you'll play too? Oh, do you have this? It's real fun. But yeah, I'm digging the atmospheric tracks. I'm digging the drums and bass of the actual like running levels. All feels good. Just feels like Sonic, man. The boss fight music. Now I've only done the giant bosses. I've not done Supersonic level yet. Because I'm serious. I'm gonna 100% before I do any of that. No! Why did I stay there? Why did I stand there? I wanted my coins! Mine coins! But I've heard the metal music, yeah, with the giants. The colossi. So I explored this whole area and didn't see it. How do I unlock this area? I need to know. I need to know how it's done. There's definitely one here. It's right above me, huh? How on earth do I get to such a place? This? Haha! Yes, indeed. Haha! Whoa! What is that? What is that? Okay. Never seen these before. Ah! Ah! What are those? Are those quick time? Is that quick time right now? Yeah. Tonight is updated. Should we end up having more interested people to play tonight? I actually haven't updated myself, so I would have to update. But I know they just recently have added a bunch of characters I haven't played. Hello, little Cocoa friends. Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff. I gotta get all the things. I gotta have all the things. Am I supposed to be satisfied without having all the things? I don't think so. Let's see. How do I get to this one? I have no idea. I see a little hoop right there. What's up? Oh, hello. Nina. I don't know how to fight you. I've never fought you before. Actually, Ninja, it's you. I'm fighting you right now. How's the Sonicking? The Sonicking is great. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. I gotta figure out how to get up here, but I don't know how. Maybe let's go for this one. I wish there were more on the ground. All of them are... Ooh, thank you. Don't mind if I do. Speaking of, I gotta go already. No! Have a good night. All right, Kuro. See ya. Thanks for hanging out while you could. Careful, ninjas are dangerous. Try giving him coffee and a donut. It works on me. You'll be best friends. That's good to know. I'll keep that in mind. It's gotta work. Actually, Ninja, what you been up to? What you been playing? like I've been playing some good games recently. Been into a really good flow. Nice. Thank you. I will take your things. Let's see. I'm right over one, yeah? They're all in the sky. Why? Why must you all be in the sky? Ah. Smack. Ka-chow! Woohoo! Yes! Launched the Planet Taco Minecraft server for our creator team. That's been a big thing, but today I jumped into a couple indie games from Itch. Very nice. Gotta love some Itch.io stuff. I have added the, officially added the Games for Impact games to my Steam list and purchased them, so now it's just a matter of actually playing them. I would foresee that in the near future. How have you been? I'm loving the new Xbox controller overlay. Yeah, I think that's sweet. I'm having fun with it. It looks really fun. It does what it needs to do. It was just a simple overlay I found through some random YouTuber. I think it was Nutty. You watch Nutty's stuff. Pretty sure he's the one that showed it to me. It's right here, yes. Ah! Could it be you? Could it be you that has it? Are you the one? Oh, come on. I don't know how to beat those guys yet. He's got all the toys. For sure. I'm looking forward to that new Steam Deck. I might order it. We shall see. It's definitely on the consideration list. Stream Deck. Excuse me, not Steam Deck. Ah! Good. I've held out for a long time on a Go XLR. I've never gotten one, and this looks like a combination of the two, so might just make sense. Yeah, the one with the knobs. Might serve that same purpose. Considering I was literally just complaining about my my classic Yamaha MG102 from 2010. Might be about time I upgrade my audio input there. I've been here before. Man, there's just so much to be found. Well, you sound great to me. Oh, the microphone does exactly what it needs to do. The microphone's got it going on. Maybe we should fish. Should we fish? I have a bunch of purple coins. And that sounds real nice to me. Bloop, bloop. I was supposed to play with my controller upside down. I definitely forgot that. And now this part is way too easy. It wouldn't be fair to now do it. Are you enjoying Sonic? I've heard mixed reviews. I love Sonic.
Hey, Sonic.
Like a ridiculous amount.
Like to try?
And I also really love 3D Sonic. So I might not be the least biased example. But I'm enjoying it a lot. I think it does exactly what it needs to do. I like the RPG mechanics that they've added into it. I really like the fact that now there's like the upgradable stuff. Like Sonic doesn't just come super fast and you give him upgrades. I think the music is really good. The soundtrack's really nice. I think it looks clean. It looks really good. Fishing is a weird choice. It is definitely strange, but I love it. I mean, Big the Cat loves to fish, so it definitely makes sense that he's here. Doesn't necessarily make sense that Sonic is fishing with him. But I would like more. I would like more opportunity to play as different characters. That was my favorite part about the Adventure series, was that you could play as different characters. And I don't know why Sega has not gotten in their minds that we want more of that. Maybe people don't. Maybe I'm the only one. It's very possible I'm the only person that wants to play as different characters than Sonic. But like I would love to be Tails again. Can't do that here. I assumed you could. I don't think so. If we can, I just haven't found it yet. But as I understand it, I don't think that's the case. It definitely feels pretty finely tuned to Sonic. But like, I'll never forget Sonic Adventure 2 where you just like, you're in Tails' adapted tornado suit. It was such a random choice for a game, but it was so fun. Thank you for my gold card. Probably in the upcoming $65 DLC, yeah. Well, I did see the new Cyberpunk DLC costs Dolores. I don't know how many. I haven't looked into it. I'll probably buy it. Ooh, a card. But I love the lo-fi music. Lo-fi music's a real nice choice for this. Oops. They always throw fishing in these games. Ooh, I'm starting to see things multiple times, so I'm wondering if I've bled this pond dry. Ooh, that's a shiny one. Treasure chest. Oh, a seat of power. Nice, dude. I thought it would be a gold card. Gonna be so strong. Boing. Yeah, we're seeing things multiple times. So I wonder if I need to wait for a future zone. I do think that the dev of the game should have just called this an open world game, because he confused everybody by calling it an open zone game. And I understand exactly why he said what he said, and it makes complete sense. It is an open zone game, but he should have just said open world, because it's practically open world. Yeah, we're seeing things multiple times. We'll go down to 90. We'll go down to 90 catches, and then we'll go back to the game. Do another treasure chest. What's it gonna be? Yeah, you see the little top left where it's got the fishing hooks? Oh, no you don't, because your word bubble's over it. That's very funny. Up in the top left, the UI has how many coins you have that you can fish with, your fish score, which is based off of how many fish you've caught, and then gold cards, which is the things you can buy in the store. And we had like 108 coins, and now we're down to 92. So I'm gonna go down to 90. That's very funny. Oh no! I got distracted. Line. Oh, I see you're trying to make the chat super thin. That's very clever. I could turn it off after this, just to at least show you what you're missing. It ain't special. Whoopsie. That was a bit more dramatic than I needed it to be. Bam. Bam. There we go. Now you should be able to see it in the top left. So that's what I was talking about. Now we're down to 90. You can never find things that won't get in the way.
I'll let you borrow a rod.
Let's see. There are still red seeds of power and blue seeds of power, cocoa, and rings. There's lots of things that I could buy, but I kind of want to buy more egg memos because those feel like the... I don't know what purpose they serve. And so I kind of want to get all of them to see if you like unlock something the more you get or something. But this is definitely more useful. This is definitely more useful. Uh-oh, disconnected. Nah, we'll go for those. We'll go for those. Come on, come on. What do we got to lose? What do we got to lose? Nothing. I'll just fish more.
Would you like to try?
Oh, I can also buy them with fish score. So interesting. I didn't know all that. Look at all these memos.
Military craft doing in here. Sage has helped me avoid the worst of it, and it doesn't appear to be manned. Is it a defense mechanism? I need to learn more. The terrain here keeps shifting. I'm finding recreations of regions from South Island, West Side Island, even Angel Island. Where is this environmental data coming from?
Yeah, so a lot of the levels are based off of the classic
United
games.
Federation, even Planet Donpa Kingdom race data. As best as I can surmise, this cyberspace extends well beyond the scope of these islands and is gaining information from around the world. Fascinating.
Definitely nostalgia. Yeah, there's a couple scenes from Sonic Adventure 2 that have given me
This entire
flashbacks.
expanse was constructed by the ancient race who had previously settled on these islands. The level of technology they employed is completely alien to me, so I can't salvage it. Yet. It appears the Starfall Islands act as the CPU for cyberspace. Once I'm out of here, I need to secure them at all costs. I'm not able to access the data too readily, but it appears the entire history of the ancients is recorded here in cyberspace. More than that, they logged their memories, their desires. It's almost like they encoded their very souls into this place. Now then, how can I use that to my benefit?
Oh my goodness.
Who were the ancients?
What a question. The first question you ask, how can I use this to my benefit?
Civilization by a wide margin.
I know those people.
The Echidnas? The Black Arms? Please. The Babylonians?
The Babylonians?
And yet they didn't seem to influence the world beyond these 3 piddly islands. Why? What stopped them from conquering the world? I'm finding multiple connections between the ancients and the Chaos Emeralds. Their technology seems built with the emeralds in mind. It's almost like they share the same origin.
Da da da.
I enjoy a good mystery, but not when the answers are more mysteries. Ah.
That's definitely the best kind of mystery. What are you
Would
talking
you
about?
like to try?
All right, back to the island. We need to go back. Jack, we have to go back. Jack, we have to go back to the island. Okay. I've got you on my second monitor while playing Minecraft. Very fun. I definitely feel like you know way more about Minecraft than I do. I appreciate Minecraft for what it is, and we have a really active realm community at Checkpoint, but I am totally like a fish out of water. Everything they teach me is for the first time. I just missed that wave completely. Whoopsie. Missed the wave of Minecraft entirely. Oh, I didn't get that one, huh? Rank S time is so hard to get. Planet Taco server has 190 mods. This ain't your mama's Minecraft. That's wild. Yeah, I would be completely lost. They make fun of me enough in the place where there's not that many. Nowhere near that many. So I can't imagine. But that's super cool. Why am I in action mode? Because you guys. Goodbye. Yeah, you were asking about how the game is, and I really didn't. I'm enjoying it a lot. How am I going to get up there? No, no. That's not what I meant to do. No, no, no. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, camera. Camera! Stop this! Why can't I get up there? Oh. Whoa! 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 Okay. This is fine. This is fine. I'm fine. Okay. Oh, wait. Wait, 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 wait! Ah! Ah! This requires so much quick thinking. Ah! Okay. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got it. I did the thing. Woo! That was stressful. Sometimes they just assume that you know what's going on. And the truth is that you don't know. Reflexes clearly, if they ever existed to begin with. Okay. Another one. Another one. Doesn't look like it's up there. Aha. Okay. No, so close. Okay. Nice. All right, next one. See if I can get this one. Ba-ba-ba. Where was it? But I am for real enjoying the music. All around just a nice experience. Did I already do this one? This one I already did this. Am I wrong? Yes, this one's already been got. What do you mean? This one's already been got. Is there more? Is there like another one above this one? What? How do I get there? I have no idea. What? Now I'm even more curious. You saw me. That's where I just was. Just looks very familiar. Whoa! I swear this is where I already was. Ah! Down I go. Ooh, I'll take that. I do feel like my ADD loves this game because there's always something else to find. And so if you like fail at getting something, there's just go to the next thing. Just go get the next one because there's going to be another thing. And who doesn't love that? But I want all of them. There's so many. I haven't gotten any down on this island. Maybe I'll go work on this island some. I need to go get the things from the thing anyway. You guys know what I mean, don't you? The things of the thing? Everybody's familiar with the things of the thing. Surely. That's what I'm saying. My little human brain. Could never get into Sonic games, no, Chuck? It is real fun. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Pow, 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 pow. Yeah, I would say I'm enjoying it quite a bit. But I am also quite into Sonic games. That's kind of like I was telling Taco. I don't know... Taco. XGen Ninja. I don't know how good of a judge I am because it's really going to be hard for me not to love a Sonic game. But how are you, Chuck? How's your Wednesday night treating you? Whoa! Morning. What's up, my tower? Yikes! I tried. Back working, so it is what it is. I feel that. No, I wanted to attack the. I wanted to attack the cranium. Got him. Goodbye. Nice knowing you. Where would this one start? Whoa. Whoa. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. Oh, goodness. My leg is itching like crazy. Let's take it slow. Slow like Sonic would. Sonic loves taking things slow. Classic Sonic trope. For those of you that don't know, Sonic loves going slowly. Little known fact. Yeah! This game does do a good job making you feel cool. Yo, yo, yo. Whoa! Okay. It's fine. Definitely something I was trying to do. Whoa! I do like the Sonic movies. Oh man, the Sonic FMV, the like classic Sonic movie with Knuckles in the cowboy hat is one of my favorite movies of all time. Absolute favorite movies of all time. Unironically. No! I was trying to get clever with it. And I'm gonna again. Boing. Boing. Yeah! There are some lines in that movie that to this day I will watch and it just makes me laugh so hard. No. We're backtracking, Sonic. No, Sonic, we're backtracking. Stop it. Oh, hello, Amy. Here is all of my love. Take all of my hearts. I need to do this real fast.
These ruins are almost like a puzzle.
I know, right? I don't even know what I'm doing with most of these. I'm just running on instinct.
Well, the energy that powers them is linked to cyberspace, right? And you took on that power when you freed me. Maybe that link is giving you special insight? Maybe they use that link among themselves. Like, instead of a language, they shared their thoughts and feelings directly.
Yeah, maybe. All I know is the idea of the map gets updated in my head, which brings me one step closer to
Don't try to
rescuing you.
explain video games like that, Sonic. Kronos Island Expert? Hey, I just got an achievement because I'm so good at games. You guys know you were playing with the greatest gamer? It's true. Only the finest. Can I have my controller back? Can I have my controller back? Thank you. Ciao. Nice. Way past cool. Woohoo. Man, it does feel so good. So these are all the things before they taught me the things. Is this new or just an old game trying now? This is brand spanking. This came out last Tuesday. It is very, very new. And it's really, it's like I'm very much enjoying myself, and I'm gonna play the heck out of this game. But if I may be completely honest, the second Pokemon's comes out, I still need to beat Gotham Knights. I started Gotham Knights and I quickly stopped playing Gotham Knights. I would love to actually play it because I just love the Arkham games so much, but I didn't enjoy the parry. I did not enjoy the parry mechanic at all in Gotham Knights, and it almost made it unplayable. Definitely not the best. But it makes me so sad because I loved the Arkham series so much. Why can't I get there? Let me do it. Let me get to the thing. I wanted to love it. I wanted to love it so badly. And I think the desire to love it made me even sadder that it wasn't good. I can normally just target those. It's weird, unless I just lost my marbles. Ah! Okay, well, I did the thing, but then I didn't. I did the thing before not doing the thing. Ooh, maybe it's this? Hey! Why did it do that then? Why did that unlock it? Okay. Look, that's fine. And then I heard a bunch of people say that Gotham Knights ended really poorly, and that makes me even more sad. And makes me want to play it that much less. I stopped playing when I realized the level cap you have to play it again to get all the skills unlocked. How do I get over there? Whoa, I see. Bam. Whoa. Talk about precision gaming. Una más. Una más. Nice. Alright, so I got all the ones in that part of the island. Running around at the speed of sound. Let's see. 150 rings and all the red star rings. Let's make it happen. You have to play twice to get level 40. That's so weird. I've never been a fan of games that just make you grind for the sake of grinding. Just to get more hours racked up in the game. At least give me a little something to work towards, you know? Just a little. Alright, 150 rings. No real benefit either. No, what are you doing? Why did he go that way? Why did he go that way? Now, there's also one red coin that I'm missing. Why does he keep going that way? Sonic. Sonic Underground. I clearly found one of them. Choo. Is that another one? Is that the one I missed? I wish it would tell me which one I just found. Oh no! Oh no! I don't have 150 coins! $43 seconds? Okay, I was 9 seconds off. That's pretty far. That's pretty far. We'll try it again. Yikes. That was the one. Well, at least I got one of the things. Hey, only 3 seconds away. That's pretty good. I believe in us. I believe in the communist that believes in you. Ah, nowhere near enough. Same time, but nowhere near enough coins. All right, this time we're going for coins, then we'll go for time again. We're only 2 seconds away. Coins! Sweet, sweet coins. Need them coins. No! Thank you. I'll take all the coins, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the coin. Oh, nope. Thank you. Yep. Nope. 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 Thank you. Coins. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. That's probably plenty. Coins, please. Coins. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Almost there. This should be it. Whee! 150. Now we can just All right. Now the trick is 43 seconds. It's the only one we have left. 43 seconds. 43 seconds. We got it. 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 Here we go. Whoopsie, that's not good. Not good. Come on! Was it right at it? Yeah, baby! I mean, you can't get much closer to 43 seconds if I do say so myself. Thank you. Thank you very much. Feels good, man. Feels good. I just realized Stream Avatars is not up. Why is it not up? We're going to have to change that. I'm going to need my little boys. Let's see. Where are they? Oh, they're just not up. Oh, it closed itself. Well, how did that happen? That's no good. Going to need my Stream Avies. All right, they should be. They should be on their way. There they are. There's the boys. You'll love to see it. Okay, so this area is pretty much done. I don't really need to take down them again. I think this was the one that I tried earlier. Let's try it again. Something about seeing Sonic just flail around never ceases to make me giggle. I'll be getting off here, please. Thank you. Yeah, this is the one I tried on stream on Tuesday. And we're going to try it again. Another one. Whoa, not a good start. Yikes. Really not a good start. Yikes. No! Yeah, that's bad. Yikes. Yeah, no way. No way. Not a chance. B. Yikes. 55 seconds. I gotta shave off 9 seconds. Let's do it. We're gonna make it happen. Why did we go immediately to the right? Why did that happen? Don't do that. My calibration off? Am I crazy? Did you guys see me immediately go to the left? I mean, I'm going straight up. Yikes. No! Are you kidding? Nope. Already not possible. What's up, Miss Eileen Valentine? How we doing? Welcome to the chat. How's your Wednesday treating you? How did I get slower that time? That's hilarious. All right, 10 seconds. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. Okay, here we go. Another one. Come on. No! Why did you go that way? Why did you go that way, Sonic? No! Oh, no, buddy! Yeah, there's no way, huh? Yikes, what are you doing? Good, glad that Thanksgiving break is next week. I feel that. I definitely feel that. Yeah, I'm excited for some time. Excited for some time. Good old family time. No! Man. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Look, it's fine. We got it. What's your favorite Thanksgiving food? What are you most excited for? Most anticipating? If you could only pick one. A huge turkey fan? Love that tryptophan. I'm a big. I did it again, dude. My favorite is the yam souffle with the marshmallows on top. A good yam souffle. If you add in some pecans, now we're talking. Do a citrus brine turkey. That sounds amazing. Sounds delicious. No! I like my job, but I need a break. I feel that. You know, we're not designed to constantly be at work. Gotta get a break every now and again. And there's nothing wrong with being excited for a break either. That's another thing that I always hear people say. That they like feel guilty for wanting a break because they're like, I should love my job. Why would I want a break? Like normal people get breaks, of course. How am I doing no better? How am I doing no better? I'm hitting every single ring. Oh no! Oh no! Is there a Seeky secret? There's no way I'm getting no better every time. I'm hitting more things and I'm getting no better. I feel like I'm the definition of insanity over here. No! You know what? Let's embrace it. Let's try missing certain things and getting different things because maybe that's the secret. Maybe that's the secret we've been looking for this entire time. Maybe it's that I keep doing the same thing. No! No! Man! Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But I think it's perfectly okay. Perfectly okay to need a break from work. The good news is that this song is a bop. Were this song not a bop, this would be a problem. Give me a break. My depth perception is all out of whack. Okay, that's fine. No! That's fine. I mean, I almost like don't even want to take on these guys. They feel like a waste of my time. No! 52 seconds. There's just no way! There's no way! How? How am I gaining no time? How am I gaining no... I'm losing time! What's up, Tattoo Lover? How are we doing? I'm just perplexed at Sonic now. What is this? World 1-2? Let's look it up. Let's look it up because this is irking me. This is irking me, and I need to know why I'm not able to do this. Sonic 1-2, Frontiers, S rank. Okay. By far the hard. Are you kidding? Look, this level says by far the hardest in the game. By far the hardest in the game. Hang on. All right. All right. In the whole game. It's no wonder I can't get it. That makes me feel better about myself. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, that makes me feel way better about myself. Oh boy. Tattoo Lover, welcome back. We're glad you're back. Okay, let's watch this person. They just skip it. Okay, they do take those. They do a ground stomp there. Don't even bother with them. I was right. Another ground stomp. They don't even do the jumps. Don't even bother with the jumps. They do that one. Don't even bother with the boosts. Okay, do the center one. Okay, they do another stomp there. Yo. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Hang on. Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. Okay. Okay, Sonic. Yep, such a mood. I like my job, but I need a break. Preach. All right, all right, all right. Watch it again. Watch it again. They bypass the first one entirely. Yeah, bypass those. Rocket past. Take the rail. Do those, though. Skip those guys. Skip the jumpies. To keep the center rail. Boosting the whole time. Take that one. Take that one. Boosting the whole time. Yeah. Just like I do there. Yeah. Take all those. Wow! We got this, dude. We totally got it. We got it. Come on. Come on. Have a little faith. Have faith. Whoopsie. Here we go. This is the one. This is the one. This is the one where it's happening. It's happening right here. Get ready. Get ready, because this is the one. First try. No! Yeah, first try. First try, first try. Here we go. No! Oh! Can I bet channel points on or no? If we had a mod here, Trombone is here, but I don't know if Trombone knows the shortcuts. What? All right, hang on. The question is, what are we betting on? How many tries it takes me? Because I'm doing it. No, no, no! No, I didn't do that. Man, are you kidding me? Look, I got it sub a minute. 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 Another one. What do we want to bet on? What do we want to bet on? How many do we want to bet on tries or if I give up? Because I'm going to do it. So we could bet on get up or we could bet on tries. What are we feeling? Tell me your vibes. Tries? What do you want to say? 10? That feels pretty low. It might take me more than 10 tries. Does 10 feel fair? 15? 15? Can we negotiate on 15 tries? Chuck's the one making the wagers here, okay? So I'll take it. Let's say 10 tries. Trombone, can you set up a prediction for 10 tries? Will this take me 10 tries or less? 12.5. 12 tries. 12 tries. I'll give you guys a little leeway. Trombone, if you can set that up, that'd be perfect. I'll wait. I'll give you a minute to do it. But if you are not able, just let me know and I can pull up the dashboard. Honestly, this is a great time to make some more tea. All right, Trombone, I'm going to assume that you're doing it because you haven't responded saying that you're not going to do it. That's my assumption now. So let me know if I'm just dead wrong. But what I don't want to do is give it a try and get it on the first try, and then everybody's like, yeah, I know where I'm betting on. Yep. All right, the prediction is up, folks. Bet your channel points. 2 minutes on the clock. Bet your channel points while my tea brews. And we'll, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, dude. I don't care how many tries it takes. What have I got? What have I got other than time, huh? What have I got other than time? I'll play this game all night. I'll be here till midnight until I get this S rank. So bet your channel points. Bet big. Go big or go home. Get that gamba going. Please enjoy the options I gave. Oh, look. Let me see. I haven't seen them. Yes and nah, man. Yes. Yes and nah, man. Nah, man. Nah, man. We already got 1.1 to 5K. 1.1 to 5K. You guys. Ye of little faith. Ye of little faith. Okay. Try time. Try time. Try number 1. Oh, I missed the first one. That's not good. Not a good sign. No. Ah! Oh no, what am I doing? Oh, the controller! The controller! It was the controller's fault. That doesn't count. That doesn't count! That doesn't count. The controller! Why did it do that? Man. That's fine. Look, that's fine. I got 12 tries. That's fine. One little mess up is okay. One little mess up's all right. We're still going to see it through to the end because who knows? We're already past the time. We're literally already past the time. Hey, it's fine. It's fine. Look, it's fine. It's fine. Try number 2. Try number 2. Here we go. Boing. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yep. Gonna need my controller to not glitch. Please do not glitch again. Gonna need you to not glitch again, my buddy, my boy, my pal, my friendo. Gonna need no more glitches from the friendo! No more! That's fine. It's fine. We can still make a comeback from that. We can still make a comeback from that, okay? We can still make a comeback. No! It was the controller! It was the controller. I swear it. I swear it. No! Okay, that wasn't the controller. That was all me. Nope. Oh, man. Try number 3. Here we go. Try number 3. Try number 3 is on the docket. Come on. We're only 25% of the way there. No. Sub a minute. Right at a minute. Try 4. Try 4. Can we get some 4s in the chat? Don't make it confused. 4s in the chat. There we go. This is the one. I'm just feeling it. Not good. Give me a break. Right at a minute. Fives in the chat. Fives in the chat. Fives in the chat. Try number 5. Here we go. This is the one. This is the one. It was the controller. No, not a good sign. 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 No, not a good sign. Not a good sign. No! Ah! Ah! So many mistakes, and I still got it a minute. So many mistakes, and I still got it a minute. Come on. Come on. 6. Try number 6. 6 is in the chat. Ooh! Halfway there. No, I didn't. No, I didn't, dude. Ah! You just be spamming boost. Come on, dude. I don't know if the spamming boost method works or not, but it's what I'm doing. It appears to not work. I'm getting right at a minute every time. All right, 7. Try number 7. Try number 7. No biggie. No biggie. No biggie. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hardest one in the game, he said. Hardest one in the game, he said. And why shouldn't I believe him? He's a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber. Why shouldn't I believe him? This is not it. This is not it already. Not it. Not it already. Man alive. Give me a break. Go ahead and type 8s in the chat. Go ahead and type your 8s in the chat, because try number 8 is the one. We're already at 39 seconds. There's no way. Man, if I could just get everything right, because look, I'm right at a minute again. I'm right at a minute. If I could just get everything right, I got it. I got it. Try number 8. Try number 8. If I could just get if I could do everything that I've done correctly all at the same time, I have it. Easy. Hardest one in the game, he said. Hardest one in the game. I'm worried I've already lost this one. Not good. Man. I'm telling you, if I could just do all the things right, I'd have it. I'd have it. At the same time. 9s. Woo! I don't know if we're gonna make it. You guys. We're gonna try though. no, no. No! No! Aw, man! Are you kidding? That is some garbanzo beans, dude. That is some absolute garbanzo! That is garbage. Absolute garbage. Oh, I got so distracted. Man, garbage! Tens in the chat. Tens in the chat. Ah! Not good. Not good. Oh my goodness. I swear, once you don't get it, you're just absolutely done for. You gotta just get so many of the things right that as soon as you get one wrong, it's like, good luck. No, we're at 37 seconds. There's no way. No way. I have no idea if the spam method works or not, but I have a feeling it does. Dip in the tea. Dip in the tea. 11's in the chat. I've only got 2 more tries before you guys win. That doesn't mean I'm stopping. That doesn't mean I'm stopping. Come on! Come on! Oh, are you joking? Whoo! That's so close. Ah! Man, dude. Come on, dude. That was so good. It was so clean. Ah, man. If my controller, dude. What's up, Ryan? How we doing, man? We're doing our best. We're doing our best over here. This is supposedly the hardest level in Sonic to get an S rank on, and I was 1.08 away. My hand is shaking. All right. This is the last try, at least for the prediction, but it is not my last try. The controller you saw it turn red. You saw it disconnect. Yo. Oh, don't tell me you didn't see it. All right, I've lost all my feng shui. There is like a 0% chance of this being the one, but you know, we're gonna go for it because if you never try, you never get it. Here we go. No. No! Nah, it's gone. It's gone, dude. And it makes me so sad that it's gone. Oh, it makes me so sad. There you go. All right, Trombone. Trombone. Go ahead and give it to him. Go ahead and give it to him, but I'm not stopping. I'm getting it, dude. I've got it. I've got it, and I'm getting it. I've got it, and I'm getting it. You really hope I get it on the 13th try. That would be very funny. All right. I want it, man. I want it just as bad as anyone's ever wanted anything before. I need to know if the spam actually does anything or if I'm just a jerk. Man, it feels real good too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Nope. It is the new one. This is Sonic Frontiers. This is World 1-2. World 1-2. Now this isn't the open zone, so this is just one of the levels. But according to some YouTuber, this is the hardest one out there, so nah, he ain't got it. 14. Don't keep counting! Don't keep counting! You keep counting if you want to. Man. That don't mean anything. That don't mean anything. Come on! Hit it, dude. Hit it. The intersect, right? It does look very similar. Oh, you're talking about Chuck. Yeah, Chuck is here. Give me break, bro. Yeah, we do have someone in the chat that knows Kung Fu. You know, I don't remember if that was a... Man, I'm telling you. See, now that I'm not counting, I'm just going to be restarting the stage constantly. Because now, before I was like every try counting. No! My plan was to watch Chuck tonight, but instead watching this instead. I'm honored. I know what I'm being compared to, so... Was there ever anything about video games with the intersect? Was he better at video games because of the intersect? I don't remember that episode, but it has been a while. Yeah, no. Now, oh! Did you see that? What a move! Okay, now hang on. Now I've never done that before. That was smart thinking. I don't know. That might be it, dude. He played Duck Hunt. There was a whole episode about Duck Hunt. Yep. Holy smokes! That might be the secret! We might have just discovered the secret, my friends. I don't think I can even do that again, though. Come on! Give me the try again. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Come on. Nope. Oh boy. Man, after how good the last one went. This one's not going good. Nope. No. I don't even know why I'm still trying. I do not even know why I'm still trying. This move right here, though, is the winner. The B before the bounce is the winner for that one. Welcome to theory crafting for speedruns, right? I'm not a speedrunner either. I'm determined. I'm really not a speedrunner, but I am tonight, baby. We hit the first one. That's a good sign. Nope, didn't hit those. That's fine. Doesn't mean everything. Come on, dude. I'm telling you, I think that's a secret, but I just can't get it. If I could get it right, if I could figure out the timing on it, then it would be perfect. I just can't figure out the timing. No, I'm jumping! I jumped! Ah! I need somebody to run back the VOD and to check the gamepad controller on the screen and to see if I hit A there, because I swear I did. I swear I did. I swear it. Man! Man! All right, we're getting sub a minute now every time. We're shaving off time. We're shaving off time. Let's make it happen. Whew. Hardest level in the game. Hardest level in the game. Some person on YouTube told me so. YouTube said it. I believe it. That settles it, okay? Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Give it. No! Don't do this to me. I had such a good flow going there. Nah, 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 nah. I'm gonna have to get it pixel perfect. Nah, man! Give me a break. Nah, ain't even any sense. Ain't even any sense in it. Man. Okay. I do like that Chuck gave up on the counting. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. This is clearly going to take too many tries. No, I didn't do that. No, I didn't just do that. That was a perfect run. It was a perfect run. Are you kidding me? It was perfect, dude. It was so good, man. Are you joking? It was so clean. I swear, are you joking? Oh, man. How, dude? How? 0.76, 0.76. No. 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 Nope. All right, we're going to try and hold the boost this time rather than keep on doing the like power burst. We're going to see if that makes it any better. Give me a break. I was hitting A. I hit A a million times. No, there's no way. The burst is so much faster. The burst is so much faster, right? Right? What do you guys think? You guys are seeing more than I'm seeing because I'm just in the flow. Is the burst faster? Come on. I'm getting it. I'm getting it, okay? It's happening. You say burst? Oh, man. That little jump move that I do right there is real clean. Dude, I swear, if he does not keep jumping whenever I say jump, give me a break. Man. I'm getting it. Forgot the down B. Man. It's not good. I forgot the down B. Forgot the down B. It's so hard. On my brain. Come on. I'm like so ready. Look at the white. Look at the Y button. Do you see it? Come on. How long have I been doing this stinking level? Give me a break, dude. No, ain't it. I need a counter. All right, I'm trying the hold down method again. No cap, dude. All right. All right. Not much I can do about that. Give me a break. However he does that, dude, I don't know how to trigger that, but that's the peak move. Whenever he does that like launch forward, but I don't know how to keep doing that. I don't know what combo I'm doing whenever that happens. Kidding me. Gotta be kidding me. Ah! Disappearing. Give me a break. No, 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 no. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do, man. Hold was slower? You think so? Okay. Going back to spam. No! 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 I'm bursting! I'm bursting forward! Ah! No, no! Why am I over here? Why am I over here? Why am I over here? I did nothing different. Why was I over there? Ah! Ah! I need it. I need it. I need it. I need it, man. Look, I understand if anybody's got to go. I understand if you're like, hey, I didn't come here to watch Nathan try this same level a million times. I get that. But just know that whenever I get this, if you're gone, you're gone. You're not going to get to witness the glory that is me completing the hardest level in the game. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just be aware of what you're missing. Just be aware of what you're missing if you gotta go. Cancel your plans. Cancel your plans is what I'm getting at. I got nothing. No, this ain't the one. Ah, my thumbs are locking up, dude. Brian's here for it. I'm here for it too, man. It's happening. About to cancel all my plans for the week for this. No, dude! I am about to lose it! All right. Oh boy. You know, folks, sometimes it is really, really hard. Sometimes it is really hard to be a Christian streamer. Sometimes it's just really tough, you know? Sometimes it's just really, really tough. But you know, we do our best. We do our best. We try to stay in the bishop's best graces. We try not to end up on a conference website somewhere for something we said during a Sonic stream. Okay? And so we keep that in mind. We keep that in mind consistently and constantly. We try our best to remember that we're at work right now, okay? We just try our best. We just try our best to remember that we are at work. Give me a break, dude. We're so close. Woo! I'm not leaving the flow. Don't leave the flow. Come on. Not good. No. Nah. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You guys see my itchy trigger finger just going? If I could hit that one. I mean, that could be 0.7 seconds right there. Give me a break! I was hitting the A button! I was hitting the A button! I need somebody to go back on the VOD and to tell Sonic he's wrong! No! Chuck, I'm here. I'm here. I was so close, dude. I was so close, man. I was so close, man. I had it, and then I hit the stupid spikes. Come on. Nah, see, I missed the first one. That's not good. Just because I'm over to the left, I still missed the first one. Come on. Oh, we're just a second off. See, I think I need to miss that one too. I don't think I got it. Maybe them. I'm getting sub a minute almost every time. Almost every time. Look at that. Look at that Y button go, dude. That's the trigger finger of someone who's gonna get it. All this for a stinking vault key. No, miss it, miss it. No, dude. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. No, no, no! No, dude, it was perfect. Dang it. No, Nathan. Nathan! Nathan! What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Come on, dude. I'm on the edge of my seat, man. I feel like any of them could be the one. No, don't jump. Don't jump. Don't jump, you fool. You fool. How could you? You gotta miss that spring. No, 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 dude, I thought I was there. Thought I was there. I thought I was there. I wish I could think. Man. No, no, no! I've said it before, I'll say it again. If I could just do all of the things right in one level, if I could do all the things right, I'd have it. But it is so precision tuned that if you miss even one of the key elements, you're done for. Give me a break. Give me an actual break. No! I spoiled myself. I got cocky. And I thought I had it. Oh, I had it, man. Why? I mean, literally in the last second. I threw, dude. Nah, that already ain't it. It's way shorter to retry. It's way shorter to retry than to actually reach the end of the level. Not to min-max, but I'm about to min-max. Not good. No! 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 No, 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 no! Why? Why did I miss that platform? The timing is so precise. Good. 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 Get out of here! Get out of here! How? What they got that I don't got, man? Oh, man. Wow. I'm tired. Can we go to bed? Can we go to bed, you guys? Oh. All right, we're making that a moment. For you guys, for you loyal few that stuck around, you get a moment, man. Where is a moment? Congratulations. Congratulations to all of us, dude. Oh, my hands hurt. My hands hurt. They're cramping. They're cramping. They're absolutely killing me. Oh. Oh. Oh, boy. I'm so done. The chat's not even up. You were there, dude. You were there. Oh, man. My hand hurts so bad, you guys. Oh, Sonic. One vault key. One vault key. I could vomit everywhere, and I got one vault key. Ugh. Excuse me. You guys think I'm kidding, but I'm really not. I could vomit everywhere. That was so stressful. Let's go do another one. Let's go do another. Yes. That was the worst. I'm having fun. Are you guys having fun? Oh, good. Good, yes. Good old Sonic things. Too easy. Too easy. Why don't they throw a harder one at me? For real. They insult me. They insult me with these plebeian levels, man. Okay, okay. All right, Sonic. All right, Sonic. Come on. You just gave masterful gameplay and now you can't get up the thing? All right. I don't really want to take on the Colossi right now. I'm worried he's going to see me. All right, first we got to get the red rings. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. My brain is overexerted. Anyway, how's everybody? Everybody's Wednesday going. I hope you're doing well. Good. Gotta look for some red rings. We're only missing the first one, huh? Oh, and there it is. Bada bing! Nice. All right. Now we got to see what an S score looks like in this one. I'm not very good at the 2D levels, though. What is a speedrun score, huh? 1 minute? Let's do it. Everything else should be simple. Well, according to that one guy who said that was the hardest level in the game, I would say so. I think I got it now. Sounds like it's easy going. This is going well so far. Okay, allow me to boldly declare that the person that said that these levels are easier and that was the hardest one, they might have been correct. Because I made so many mistakes and I have 10 seconds to spare. So I'm pretty sure level 1, 2 might just be the hardest thing that Sonic Team has ever made. Either that or I'm just so good that even whenever I'm bad, I'm good. You guys think that's what it is? Maybe that's what it is. Whew, my neck hurts. Should I go to a chiropractor? You think I need a chiropractor after that that game? Oh, thank you. Thank you for the vault keys. Appreciate you. Okay. Another one. Let's see. Oh, I see they turn blue when they're done. Oh, that's fun. Okay. All right. Let's go for that one next. Uh-oh. No, I don't actually want to play. I don't want to play. I don't want to play with you. No, thank you. Thanks, no thanks. Bye. Say bye. Miss you. See you never. All the red star rings and rank S. Controller's warmed up now. It's ready to go. That's what it was. I should go back. I could probably do it first try. Could probably do that level first try if I tried again. No problem. Should be pretty easy, I'd say. Bush League, really. I mean, if I closed my eyes right now, you guys, I'd go to sleep. You understand? I'm missing the fourth one. How am I supposed to know which one is the fourth one? not that one. Whoa there. Wilbur. Do I see it? I surely do not. Okay, well. I'd like to find it, actually. I'd like to find the ring. I'll take that bet. I will not. Are you kidding me? I'm fine. 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 I just stood outside of that zone and still got an S. I'll have to watch some Chuck and go to bed. Thanks for keeping me entertained while working. Hey, thanks for sticking around with us, Chuck, and being the encouragement and the enthusiasm I needed. I appreciate you. Enjoy, Chuck. What season are you on? Before you go, what season are you watching? What's happening? Enjoy. Starting number 4. Ooh. We're getting towards the end, huh? They're building up to so many things that'll just be cast aside and forgotten. Enjoy. Good to see you, my friend. Have a great night. God loves you. We love you. You matter. All those good things. There's got to be someone here. Maybe I need to go down this way. I feel like it's got to be here. There it is. Look at that. Nope, nope, nope. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. I said please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Man, you guys. Whew. All 4 missions. Nope, no, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, we don't need to do the stage again. We got it. We got it figured out. I don't know if Classic Hill is still here, but this is the actual like open zone that they were talking about. This is what it looks like. Much more expansive. Sonic controls different. Everything looks a little different. Music is pretty. Giant colossi just hanging around. It's a lot of fun. All right, what else have we got? We got to finish this one and this one. Is that it? I only got 2 left. Oh my goodness, I'm a madman. All right, 1-6. Let's go for it. And what I kind of like is that as you continue to unlock things, you'll unlock these like speed rails that get you across the zones faster. Which I think is pretty clever. They're like little rail highways. All right. S rank, baby. I'm pretty sure this is the one based off of Escape from the City. Running around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Nope, Green Hill Zone. Oh yeah, I tried to get S rank on this one already. All right, we're gonna try again. This one's pretty tricky. Yeah, I have absolutely tried this one now. Yikes. Yikes. Oh no! I'm stuck! Oh no! No. That ain't gonna do. Oh, no, no! No, dude, I was doing so good. Ah, man, I was doing so good too. All right, here we go. Another one. No! That won't do. Ooh, that's a nice boost. No! No way! How do you get over that thing? Are you kidding? Oh, man. And I did all the stuff right. Okay, here we go. Whew, here's the one. Maybe I just gotta go over it. Can't go under it. You can't go over it. You can't go around it. You'll have to go through it. Oh, anybody else going on a bear hunt tonight? Where my bear hunters at? Anybody else with an approximately 2-year-old, 3-year-old out there going on a bear hunt this evening? What's up? Oh, Brian, I think congratulations are in order if I heard correctly on the Moviga podcast. Do I understand that we're expecting? So many congratulations are in order if that is the case. Let's see if that was enough. Man, 2 seconds away too. All right, this is the one. We got it. We got it. I made so many mistakes. So many mistakes and only 2 seconds away. Come on. What is this? The baby game for babies. Oopsie. Oopsie, this baby game for babies is just too babyish for me. I can't even handle how babyish this is. No! Why am I not jumping? Jump. Jump, my friend. Jump, Sonic, jump! No, 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 no. Sorry, maybe we can still make it. Nah, nah, nah. Nah, 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 nah. Probably not gonna happen. Nah, 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 nah. Not a chance, not gonna happen. I want to go up that top ramp. I want to know what happens up there. I got a feeling that that's the one, you know? Just got a feeling that that's the one. Call it a hunch. Man, same time. No joke, huh? Exact same time, homie. All right. We got this. We got this. We're getting it. We're not even close to 12 tries with this one. Ooh. That ain't gonna do. He's not boosting. I'm hitting the key. I'm hitting the proper key. But he ain't boosting. No, he ain't boosting. Boost. Boost. Boost, my boy. I'm worried I might need to start doing some stomps. Boost! Why are you not boosting? There we go. I'm beginning to believe that I might in fact be the one making the error. I can't stomach such a thought. Myself making errors? Surely not. Yikes. That's a close one. Yikes! No way, dude. Telling you, this boost, bro. Doesn't make any sense, dude. The boost doesn't make any sense. I'm hitting the boost. I'm hitting it. I'm hitting it. You guys have got to see it on the controller. If you guys can see it on the controller and you see what I'm doing wrong, let me know. Because I swear to you, I'm hitting boost. Whoopsie. Nah, this ain't it. Ain't it? That's a bummer. I think if you look back at the footage on the camera, Mr. Madden, you will see that I clearly am hitting boost. I think you will see, sir, if you look back, that I am hitting boost as fervently as one might. Is it a timing thing? Maybe my timing is off? That could be the case. Man, they gotta be joking with that one. This is downright cruel and unusual punishment. Did it. It was the song. The song of my people. It was all thanks to the song. No, not again. Don't want to try it again. Never want to see it again. Okay. I think we only have one more. I am exhausted. I am plain exhausted. Don't insult me with your one vault key, dude. All right. I think this is it. I think I deserve some sort of prize for this. I deserve some sort of cookie. Some sort of delicious cookie, perhaps, is in there. I think I've earned a delicious cookie of some sort. Perhaps I'm out of order. All right, 50 rings and an S rank time. Now this has got to be the escape from the city one. Running around at the speed of sound. We're back to that. Whoop. All right. Oh man, my neck. Another one. It is! Yay! Running around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. I've been the bullet bound. The bed down, set you free. Follow me into the ground. Trust me and we will die on the ground. It won't be fun, but we will do. Follow me. Oh yeah. Going slow at the speed of sound. Got to get coins, that's the point of this one. We're going to get lots of coins. We're gonna get so many coins. You've never seen this many coins. This little diamond means it's a multi-passenger zone. Commuter lane. Commuter lane. Escaping the city with multiple people in tow. Don't lose the coins, you need the coins. Follow me. Set me free. Shadow is here and he's really angry. He's got chaos control and he's really mad. How many coins do we need? 50? Running down the wall, it's super cool. We do cool things because we are a cool guy. Grinding rails through us from this game. They're not gonna let you forget that. It is from that thing. And they're proud of that fact, so they're going to make you grind lots of rails all of the time. I'm pretty sure it was 50 coins. It was. All right, S rank, 125, baby. We got 131 without trying. All right. I think we got it. Oh, no, did I leave? I didn't mean to leave. I didn't mean to leave. We got this. Easy. Easy. A lot of menus in this game, by the way. A lot of transitory scenes going from one to the next. It is a bit much. All right, here we go. This is the one. Here we go. I hope you are prepared to see masterful work. It is going to be truly. You're never going to have seen work like this before. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready for the masterful work of a master craftsman. That is what I am. I am master craftsman. Here we go. That was test. Test run. This is real. Here we go. Boing. And we go boing. And we go again. Boing. Boost. Boing. Boost. Boing. Boost. Boing. We continue. Should not be problem. Here we go. Okay, this is fine. I am fine. This is fine. I am fine. I'm out of control. Wrong way. Out of control. All right, out of control. This is fine. Down the wall. Coolest scene in all of Sonic history. You don't think so? Who asked? Got time to spare, dude. I got time to spare, bro. I could have stood there for 30 seconds, homie. All right, we did it. We just beat Kronos Island, you guys. Now we got to find all the hard things. So many hard things to find. Trusting in what you can see. Where is Crush 40? Why are there no remixes of Crush 40 songs in here? That's what I want to know. Yep. Well, we done beat the island. We gotta find the hearts now, and I don't know where they are. I done look everywhere. For all these things. And I can't find it. I think it's got to be the squid thing. I think I've got to beat the squid. I'm pretty convinced. That's the only thing that makes sense, because why else? There's no heart here. Oh, yes, there is. But how? How would I ever get to such a heart? Is there a way out there in the ocean? There's definitely rails out there. Oh. It's probably this conveniently placed ramp. If I had to make a guess. Yikes! Yo! What's up? Oh, of course. I should have figured it was the conveniently placed ramp. Hello, seagulls. Seagulls! Ah, good morning. Hello. No, it's fine. I didn't actually mean to make eye contact with you. I don't actually care. I don't actually care to beat you. But I guess I'll try. Try again. I've tried to beat this guy like 10 times and I can't do it. No time like the present, I always say. No. No. What? Oh, well, we just did it. Well, we just did it. We just did it. This thing that I've been trying to do for a long time and have been totally incapable of doing. Just did it. First try. Okay. I think I'm too good at this game now, you guys. I'm too good. I'm too good. I'm intimidating the game itself. Do you understand? I mean, the game shudders in fear whenever it hears the name of Nerd Pastor Nate. It says, what do you mean? The greatest gamer? Here? We're not prepared for him. We're not prepared for the greatest gamer. You better get prepared. You better get prepared because he's here. He ain't playing games no more. What do you think this is? It takes me here? Why? Why put that there? Why put this here? Just another way up here? Why? I don't see the pink heart. Down there. Am I losing it? You aren't playing Warzone? I know! It's so surprising. Personally, I can't believe it myself either. What do you think? What do you think? Why? What do you think this could be? Do you think maybe I don't get this one until I take on that boss? Because I'm not doing it. Oh, Cocos. Come here, little buddies. I'm not taking on the boss until I decide to take on the boss. And I've not decided. But how do I get that? How are you, H-Man, though? How's your Wednesday? How's your Wednesday treating you? We've pretty much beaten Zone 1. It's been a long week. I hear that. Hear that, I feel that. Well, how could I possibly get there? Trying to hang out and de-stress a little? Well, what a great place to do such a thing. Another of them? I already took down one of you. All you gave me was a gear. You have to realize that's not enough. It's not enough incentive to continue doing the thing. How do I get up there? There must be a bouncer. There's got to be a bouncer somewhere around here. Hello, friends. Right? Do you think there's one right here? Could it be under all this grass? How? How? How do I get up there? Could it be this thing? No. How? Tell me your secrets! Law wasn't cutting it tonight. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a de-stressor to me. I mean, how? How? Where? Where from? Am I losing it? Maybe it's in this, like, weird little mountain town over here. You guys hold the secret? No, but you do hold purple coins. You love purple coins. So how on earth do I get to this? There must be a secret. It can't be that. It can't possibly just be cheesing it. Sorry to miss the holding thing. Has it been Sonic all night? It has. Let me go ahead and tell you, Zando. I don't know how you are on watching VODs, if that's something that ever interests you, but this might be one to look back on because I speed ran the hardest level in the game. And it took so many tries, and it took so much effort, and I'm so tired. But I did it, and I'm proud of myself. And I just cheesed that, so, you know. I'm pretty much living up to my greatest gamer status unironically tonight. Yeah, it was a moment in everything. All the people that were here, I made it a moment because it was so, hello friends. It was so monumental that I really cannot even describe the feelings I have about it. Truth. Where'd it go? Oh, I see it. Oh, I see it. It's all the way up there. Always be proud of yourself. I've been lurking for a bit. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're feeling better. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Especially after my ace level gameplay tonight. How am I to get such a thing? Could it be those? No, those are for the skinny thing. Hang on, that looks ominous. Let's try this one. No. Ooh, that was lucky. Nope, that wasn't it. I set up my new lights, and then my wife wanted to finish watching the Hunger Games movie we started watching last night. It turned into 45 minutes of the second one as well. Now I'm all sleepy and won't end up streaming tonight, but I'm excited to play with these lights in the green screen. Absolutely. I'm excited for you as well. That sounds super cool and fun. Super cool and fun. I'm not sure how to get that. No, I don't want this. I could probably have a pretty good stream with all the stuff I buy to enhance if I could just make it to a stream. Hey, you know what? That's the hardest part sometimes. Gee willikers, how do I do it? I mean, it's got to be doable. I really thought it was going to be that one. I want to play the Pokemon TCG, but I have literal papers to write 3 coming up in the next few days. Oh, papers. Yeah, I've got Board of Ordained Ministry papers that I've got to really start buckling in on. Good. Nope. Man, where could it be? How do I get there? Wait, what is that? What was that? How do I get up there? How do I get up there? That ain't it. Man, how do I do that? It's so high in the sky. There's got to be a way. But yes, I definitely feel that, Rain. I'm also have a real hankering for TCG. That was a very viable possibility for tonight. It turned into a scenic stream. And I'm not complaining. Ooh, could it be that one? It could be. Never know till you try. Yay! And that is why we try things. Yay! Okay, what else? Still more. One right here. I was wrong, by the way. I killed the squid and it didn't unlock the thing that I thought it was gonna unlock. I'm a little bummed about it. This one's go. Oh! Ah! I don't really want to fight you. I don't really want to fight you. Am I supposed to? I feel like you're implying that I need to fight you. Ah! I just can't help but feel like you want to fight me. I don't want to fight you, you want to fight me, you know? Oh, I see, look, that's checked off. So that is the squid. Fascinating. So maybe I do have to fight the squids to find out this last little area. That just doesn't make sense. Why would they change up the structure? I have a big church history paper due on Saturday, an Old Testament on Tuesday, and a funeral sermon for my preaching class. Man, I remember those days. Yes, indeed. They do be like that. Okay, so definitely see all the crazy loop-de-loops. Those appear to go that way, which could be correct. They could be that way. They're worth a shot. What's up, Splash? How we doing? Welcome in. Ah, I missed it again. Okay. All right, don't forget. Do not forget. Please stop challenging me, Squid. I don't want to fight you. Did not hit her. Uh-oh. Okay, well that worked out. Thanks for the lurk, H-Man. No, I was looking at the lurk. I was looking at the lurk. How's that fair? How am I supposed to be a good streamer and the greatest gamer all at once? Don't forget, Nathan, you did it again. You done goofed. Pay attention. Pay attention, self. Oh man, is it 9:56? All right, well this will probably be the last thing we do. Holy moly. How the night has flown, huh? You guys, I really am. I'm always proud of myself, of course. But I am extra special proud of myself right now. I really cannot even describe to you guys how hard I worked. So this didn't do what I thought it was going to do. That's kind of a bummer. That's a little bit of a bummer. I was hopeful that that was going to be a bit more eventful. It wasn't. Hoping for a bit more of an eventful end to things, you know. You know, sometimes you get eventful and sometimes you just don't. How would one could it be? Could not. How would one get over there, you think? This game actually looks kind of cool. It's real fun, man. I'm real pleased. I'm glad that I didn't listen to the naysayers, which I wouldn't have anyway because it's Sonic. I just like Sonic. But I'm especially glad because I think they're wrong. I think this game's real good. It feels good. It plays good. I think it looks good enough. It's got its occasional bug, but hey, what game doesn't have its occasional bug, you know? Whew, that's a lot of time. 7 hours already. I literally just got this game. We already got 7 hours. Folks, we're going to go ahead and transition into the end of stream today. Folks, thank you so much for hanging out with us and being here. I'm so proud of myself. I did good tonight. I did the thing. I played well. I played the game well, and I'm proud. And I'm tired, but I did it. I would implore all of you to go back and watch the VOD of me doing one of the hardest levels in the game because, you know, it's not all the time that you get pro level gameplay from me. But you did tonight. Folks, we're Checkpoint Church. We're really a church. I'm Nerd Pastor Nate. I'm really the pastor of this community. We have 3 things to be true about every single one of you out there, regardless of whether you believe in God, don't believe in God, go to church, don't go to church. None of that stuff changes these 3 things. Number 1, we believe that God loves you like really, really loves you. Number 2, we love you. We want community with you. That's what we're doing here on this channel. Number 3, we believe that you, yes, you matter. You are a person of sacred worth. The world is a better place. Why? Because you are in it. Trombone, are you still here? Do you have a raid for me? We've never raided Prayers from Abigail. That'd be pretty wild. I've never raided her before. She's a VTuber. She's a straight up Christian VTuber. She's a sister. Have you guys ever heard of Prayers from Abigail? That'd be kind of wild. Maybe 30 bats. That's definitely who we're raiding. But that would be pretty crazy. Jate is live, but we literally raided Jate today, so I feel like we probably shouldn't do that. He's playing Ultimate Chicken Horse. Great game. All right, we're going to go raid maybe 30 bats. Go spam a bunch of You Matters in the chat. Folks, again, I really do appreciate you being here and tuning in with us, having a good old, grand old, fun old time. I'm going to go spam a bunch of You Matters right now. And go wish maybe 30 bats well. Let him know that he is loved. Know that you are loved, as Bats would say. Until the next time that I see you, folks. Bye-bye.